Have you ever caught yourself looking at someone and thinking, that person will never get rich? But, on the other hand, have you also met someone and thought, this person here is going to make a lot of money in life? There are signs that can indicate whether you're going to get rich or die poor. I've gathered 6 signs that I believe are good indicators. If you want to find out if you're more likely to end up here or there, watch until the end. I am Mr. Cat, and first, please click the subscribe button and like the video. By doing this, you help us bring this content to more people. After all, who doesn't want to unravel the mysteries of financial prosperity? Now, let's go. The first sign that you're on the path to wealth is when you realize that money solves concrete problems. Everyone needs water, health, food, shelter, and education, and these needs are met with money. So why do some people insist that money doesn't solve problems? Often, it's because they're trying to justify their lack of ability to earn money. There are 2 types of problems in life: concrete problems that money solves, and abstract ones, like happiness, love, and peace, that money may not completely solve, but certainly helps. For example, money brings security, helps improve self-esteem, and allows you to fulfill dreams, like traveling with your family. So, while money isn't the solution to all problems, it certainly helps in many situations. Another aspect to consider is how society views wealth. Often, poverty is praised and wealth is criticized, but these are distinct concepts. Humility is one thing, poverty is another. Being humble means believing that, regardless of what you or someone else has, everyone is equally valuable. Being poor, on the other hand, is not having resources. They are different concepts and should not be confused. It's common to hear dysfunctional phrases like, money is the root of all evil, but that's not true. In fact, the Bible says that the love of money is the root of all evil. It's important not to confuse having a lot of money with being spiritually poor. Many rich people in the Bible, like Abraham, Moses, and Joseph of Egypt, were spiritually rich as well. Wealth itself doesn't corrupt, it only amplifies what is already inside the person. So, if you understand that money is a solution and not a problem, and if you recognize that wealth is not incompatible with spirituality, you are on the right path to prosperity. The second sign is that you prioritize buying assets instead of buying liabilities. But how? Many of us prioritize immediate experiences, like dining out or buying something new. After all, who doesn't like happy moments? But what if I told you that every $1 you spend on something fleeting, like a meal, could be invested in something that would yield profits over a lifetime? Imagine you have $200 to spend on a Japanese dinner. Sure, you and your partner will have a pleasant moment, but these $200 will soon turn into oblivion. Now, what if you used the same $200 to buy stocks? With just $2, you can acquire 10 shares. These shares can generate income over time, building wealth for you. Often, we hesitate to spend this money because we want to build a portfolio of assets. If you earn $3,000 a month and spend $2,500, you have $500 left. That's equivalent to $2 per hour of work. So, by spending $1 in a restaurant, you're actually giving up 50 hours of work for a single meal. The question is, do you prefer to spend your money on fleeting experiences or invest in something that can bring you long-term benefits? Sometimes, the answer is clear, other times, not so much. The key is in your mindset. Are you focused on producing wealth and prosperity, or are you more inclined to spend on fleeting things? The truth is that we need to make sacrifices to achieve our financial goals. Sacrificing doesn't just mean giving up something, but turning the smaller into something sacred, valuable. When you choose to invest in assets instead of liabilities, you stand out from the crowd. Most people are not willing to make these sacrifices, but if you are on the right path to building a financially stable and prosperous future. The third sign is very important and often goes unnoticed, but can be crucial to your personal and professional growth. This sign is intellectual humility, which manifests when we recognize that there is always something new to learn, that we can always improve in various aspects of life. When we are intellectually humble, we are open to knowledge, to evolution. We know that we don't have all the answers and that we need to constantly seek new learning. This makes us more flexible, more adaptable to change, and consequently, more prepared to face the challenges that life presents us. On the other hand, intellectual arrogance is the opposite of humility. It's when we close ourselves in our own wisdom, thinking that we already know everything we need to know. This prevents us from growing, from developing, because we become unable to see our own limitations and, consequently, to overcome them. It's important to understand that intellectual humility doesn't mean belittling oneself or doubting oneself. On the contrary, it means being aware of our own abilities and limitations, and always being willing to learn more, to become better versions of ourselves. So, always remember the sign of intellectual humility. Be open to knowledge, be receptive to new ideas, and never stop learning. Thus, you will be on the right path to personal and professional growth. The fourth sign is that you are not content with little. Have you ever stopped to think about how small actions can directly impact the course of your life? It's easy to settle, to accept what is given to us without questioning. But what if I told you that the key to success lies in never settling for less than you deserve? Imagine yourself in a situation where you are thirsty, needing something to quench your thirst. Someone offers you water, but it's lukewarm, far from what you really want. Do you simply accept it, resigned, or do you ask for something better, something that really satisfies you? This simple choice can say a lot about your attitude towards life. Arnold Schwarzenegger, in a memorable scene from the movie Stay Hungry, puts into words the power of never settling. He says that once we get used to mediocrity, it's hard to give it up. It's like becoming hungry for success, for something more than the ordinary. And that hunger, that relentless pursuit of something better, is what drives us to grow. Look at your life now. Are you satisfied with what you have, or are you ready to seek more? Successful people do not settle for little. They do not settle for crumbs. They want the best, and they are willing to fight for it. Think about how small changes in mindset can transform your destiny. Do not settle for less than you deserve. Seek more, fight more, and you will see how the universe conspires in your favor when you refuse to settle. So, what are you waiting for? It's time to act, to seek what really makes you happy. Do not settle for less. The fifth sign is that you invest every month even with economic uncertainties. In the United States, many people postpone investments because of economic uncertainties. It's common to hear phrases like, "When things get better, I'll start investing," but the reality is that uncertainties are constant. Economic and political crises are recurrent, and waiting for a perfect scenario can be a mistake. Investing regularly, even in times of uncertainty, is essential. Imagine paying less for something when everyone else is paying more. That's what can happen when you invest monthly, even in turbulent times. Do not wait for an ideal moment, as it may never come. Start investing right now, even if it's a small amount. Consistency in investments is more important than waiting for a perfect scenario. Look at the current scenario of the country. Crises come and go, and uncertainty is a constant. Investing every month, even with uncertainties, is the best long-term strategy. Do not let fear paralyze you. Invest regularly and ensure your financial future. And an honorable mention for a sixth sign: when faced with an uncomfortable situation, it's natural to seek solutions to change that scenario. When it comes to finances, business, and money, the urgency to find answers becomes even more evident. After all, who doesn't want to achieve the long-awaited financial independence? With that in mind, it's essential to understand that being here, right now, seeking information about finances, is a clear sign that you are on the right path. It's not just about watching a random video, but about seeking knowledge and guidance to make your money work harder for you. The desire to get rich is not a distant or impossible one. On the contrary, by being engaged in learning about finances, you are already ahead of the game. While many just dream of wealth, you are here, actively seeking ways to achieve it. Investing in knowledge is the first step to transform your financial reality. Just as wishing to lose weight without dieting is futile, wanting to get rich without investing is fruitless. You are in the right place, seeking the necessary information to take the first steps towards financial prosperity. By watching this video to the end, you demonstrate commitment and a willingness to learn. This is the biggest indication that you are on the right path and that, with dedication and knowledge, you too can achieve your financial goals. Keep seeking knowledge, keep learning, and above all, keep taking action towards your dreams. Remember, the path to wealth begins with small consistent actions. A big hug and see you in the next video.